morning to you all, and thanks for joining us again on the Tuesday edition of TVC Breakfast. And I am Kemi Fola-Adeyemo. Also with me at this time, Omatseye and Okwoche. Good morning.
Great morning.
Right.
Good
morning,
to see you
say
again.
great morning.
Right.
It's a
the
great
Tuesday edition,
Yeah.
Monday started off well, and today also promises to be another interesting ride. But of course, looking at the papers this morning, there's still more and more dissatisfaction on the state of the nation. Of course, socio-economic, cultural groups, Afenifere, Ohaneze, Indigbo, and even Gani Adams also, calling on the government to do the needful. Security, understandably, is top on everyone's mind. Right.
Now, the issue of security is what we can't take away. If we're looking for development, we're looking for investment, we're looking for any kind of growth, there has to be security first, because in the absence of security, nobody is going to grow. So all that voice from across the nation is part of what everybody is saying. And even friends of Nigeria who are not within the shores of the country are saying, what is going on, Nigeria? We used to know this country as the place that everybody wanted to go. What's going on? You guys need to put yourself or put your house in order, and so on. But another discussion on the minds of Nigerians is the release of former governors Joshua Dariye and
Jolly
Nyame of Plateau and Taraba states. Right. Well, a lot of people, it's a mixed feeling. The supporters are saying, well, thank God you are home. But others are saying, well, in the eyes of corruption, how do we create a system where there's a deterrence? So that is generating a lot of mixed debate amongst Nigerians.
Especially when you look at the back and forth in the courts. If I am going to, toe your own line about, the release, well, of course, that had been in the works. Of course, we just saw that it was interesting, when we saw the pictures, even though many people had already known that that would be the order of the day. Even at the time when there was the break-in at the Kuje Correctional Facility, the names of Mrs. Jolly Nyame and, of course, the other former governor were also being peddled. Joshua Dariye were also being peddled at the time. And, well, now they are free.
Well, in this country, honor has now become a very cheap commodity. And that is why it is so, actually, because if we were a country that valued honor, you wouldn't allow this kind of thing to happen. But, as David said in the Psalms, he said, honor lay in the dust. That is it. There's not much honor in the land, so if somebody commits a crime, he steals your money, he loses the treasury, nobody is even interested whether he has to be punished for it. Nobody feels that he has done anything wrong. It looks like he was lucky while he was there. If I was there, I would put my hand there too and take advantage, So it's not a time to start talking about mercy here, this Shakespearean line in The Merchant of Venice that says that the quality of mercy is not strained, it droppeth like the gentle rain upon the place beneath. But this is not the kind of mercy that you were talking about, because this never really suffered. So when you are supposed to go 14 years, you are pardoned 2 years. When people give presidential pardon, it must have weight. There must be honor in that pardon. There must be substance and value in that pardon. There's no value in this man. And they say, mercy seasons justice. Do we get a sense? The same Shakespeare says, the mercy seasons justice. Do we get a sense of justice even in the pardon? The pardon without justice is no pardon.
And it's also fitting, right?
It's like even setting a lion free from the cage. It's something like that.
Right. It's also fitting because, only yesterday we were talking about the move by governors of, the Federation, when they had their meeting in July last month with the president. Of course, details of that meeting only emanated yesterday. We saw the long list of resolutions that the governors had made.
That's what they said, but it turned out that
there were
it's false news.
Exactly.
It's false news. The meeting never happened. I spoke with Governor Fayemi, who is the chairman of the Governors Forum, and released a statement saying that That meeting never happened. Journalists should be careful about what they throw out there. And they make us chew things. It must have come from a very resourceful imagination to come out with that kind of lengthy
articulation of resolution and advice.
Governors meeting and things like that. And
when it didn't happen?
When did it happen? They said it happened about 2 weeks ago or something.
Was it you or was it even Mike that was saying yesterday again that, a meeting of this, magnitude, if indeed it occurred, why are we just hearing about it, a month after? And there were really, controversial provisions among the resolutions that they said the governors had made to the governor, to the president, because how on earth, would that have, flown? Because Nigerians were asking, did the governors really say that civil servants as from the age of 50 would they not be paid off?
Governor Fireman laughed at the whole concept of saying people over 50 should.
Right.
When did they hold that meeting?
But the interesting thing about it is that, some of the issues that were said to have been discussed, okay, fine, the meeting never held according to the governors now that we've heard from them. But of course, it also begs the question about the cost of governance. That had also been, we've been on and on. We've been talking about this over and over again.
It was actually an articulation of some of the things that trouble Nigeria as a country. When it comes to governance, the governance system, the process, and the efficiency and all of that. They are actually issues. But we assume now, because now we know that the meeting didn't happen, it's possible 2, 3, 4, or one person sat down somewhere and articulated those things, put them together, and then, send them out as a news report. Now, the issue there is that's what we're seeing. But it doesn't take away from the fact that actually these are some of the things that border Nigeria. Right, and Nigerians and the governance system and all of that, because the issue of the civil service is there. Talking about pensions and all of that, of course, every Nigerians who are pensioners will tell you they are not smiling at all.
This is what literary critic Biodun J4 called the truthful lie. It is something that we think is really concrete in our experience that we need to handle. But for you to come and fictionalize it, make a drama out of it, put a face to it, put voice to it, put scene to it, almost a play. That's what is happening. And where is it